Number 10. Mugen no Junin Immortal. Manji is an immortal swordsman who has been cursed with eternal life. He has grown tired of living with all the death he has created. He has no skills other than those of killing, thus he forms a plan to regain his mortality. He shall kill 100 evil men for each good one he has killed. The old witch who afflicted Manji with immortality agrees to Manji's proposition, and Manji is set on his path to kill 1,000 evil men. On his journey, he meets a young girl, Rin, who has her own vengeance to seek against the sword school whose members slaughtered Rin's family. Rin and Manji journey together, each hoping to find some kind of peace. In their way are many varied enemies. Rin and Manji are almost constantly under attack and must learn to live their lives avoiding being consumed by revenge. Number 9. Sayonara no Asani Yakusoku no Hana wo Kazaru. Makuya is a member of a special race called the Iorf, mystical beings who can live for hundreds of years and remain separate from the lives and daily troubles of mankind. However, Makuya always felt lonely despite being surrounded by her people, as she was orphaned from a young age. She daydreams about the outside world, but dares not to travel from her home due to the warnings of the clan's chief. One day, however, the outside world finds her, as the power-hungry kingdom of Mizarte invades her homeland. They already have what is left of the giant dragons, the Renato, under their control, and now the king wishes to add the immortality of the Iorf to his bloodline. The humans in their Renato ravage the Iorf homelands and kill most of its inhabitants. Caught in the midst of the attack, Makuya is carried off by one of the Renato that has gone berserk. It soon dies and she is left deserted in a forest far from home, now truly alone save for the cries of a single baby off in the distance. Makuya finds the baby in a destroyed village and decides to raise him as her own, naming him Ariel. Although she knows nothing of the human world, how to raise a child that ages much faster than her, or how to live with the smoldering loneliness inside, she is determined to make it all work out somehow. Number 8. Dies a Ray. On May 1st, 1945 in Berlin, as the Red Army raises the Soviet flag over Reichstagslee, a group of Nazi officers conducts a ritual. For them, the slaughter in the city is nothing but the perfect ritual sacrifice in order to bring back the Order of the 13 Lances, a group of supermen whose coming would bring the world's destruction. Years later, no one knows if this group of officers succeeded or whether they lived or died. Few know of their existence, and even those who knew began to pass away as the decades passed. Now in December, in the present day, in Suwahara City, Ren Fuji spends his days at the hospital. It has been 2 months since the incident that brought him to the hospital, a fight with his friend Shiro Yusa where they almost tried to kill each other. He tries to value what he has left to him, but every night he sees the same dream: a guillotine, murderers who hunt people, and the black-clothed knights who pursue the murderers. He is desperate to return to his normal everyday life, but now he hears Shiro's words: everyone who remains in this city eventually loses their minds. Number 7. Bakano. During the early 1930s in Chicago, the transcontinental train Flying Pussyfoot is starting its legendary journey that will leave a trail of blood all over the country. At the same time in New York, the ambitious scientist Sillard and his unwilling aide Ennis are looking for missing bottles of the immortality elixir. In addition, a war between the mafia groups is getting worse. On board the Advena Ennis in 1711, alchemists are about to learn the price of immortality. Based on the award-winning light novels of the same name, Bakano follows several events that initially seem unrelated, both in time and place, but are part of a much bigger story, one of alchemy, survival, and immortality. Merging these events together are the kind-hearted would-be thieves Isaac and Miria, connecting various people, all of them with their own hidden ambitions and agendas, and creating lifelong bonds and consequences for everyone involved. Number 6. Shakugan no Shana. The world has become a slaughtering ground for the Crimson Denizens, mysterious beings from a parallel universe who thrive on the life energy of humans. These merciless murderers only leave behind scant remainders of souls called torches, which are mere residues that will eventually be destroyed along with the very fact of the victim's existence from the minds of the living. In an ambitious endeavor to put an end to this invisible, hungry massacre, warriors called the Flame Hazes relentlessly fight these monsters. One fateful day, Yuji Sakai ceases to be a regular high schooler. He becomes trapped in a crevice of time and is suddenly attacked by a denizen. Coming to his rescue just in the nick of time is a nameless hunter who seems no different from an ordinary young girl, except for her blazing eyes and burning crimson hair. However, just before Yuji can learn anything more about his situation, he discovers that he has already been reduced to a torch, merely a scrap of memory waiting to be extinguished. Number 5. Trinity Blood. The background is in the distant future after the destruction brought about by Armageddon. The war between the vampires and humans continues to persist. In order to protect the humans from the vampires, the Vatican has to rely on other allies to counter the situation. The protagonist, Abel Nightroad, is a traveling priest from the Vatican and a Krusnik, a vampire that drinks the blood of vampires. He is a member of the Axe, a special operations group led by Cardinal Katharina Sforza. He encounters a young girl called Esther who decides to go with him to Rome and train at the Vatican. Soon after he meets her, the Order of Rosencreuz, led by Abel's twin Cain, tries to continue the war so they can rule the world. It's up to Abel and the Axe to try and stop them. Number 4. Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne no Musume Tachi. For normal people, getting stabbed to death would constitute the end of the road. For Rin Asagi is a mere inconvenience. Rin is immortal, a nice perk to have when you're a private detective constantly finding yourself in dangerous situations. Rin has eaten a time fruit, a fruit from the guardian tree Yggdrasil, which, when consumed by a woman, makes her unable to die. Rin's immortality doesn't stop others from trying to kill her, of course. Over her lifetime, she has been shot at, cut up, maimed, tortured, and suffered countless other violent deaths. This time, it's different. The year 1990 sparks the beginning of a series of events in Rin's life that sends her spiraling towards her fate. Someone is hunting down immortal women like Rin, and Rin's life may be in actual danger. Mnemosyne no Musume Tachi spans 65 years in Rin's life, during of which she watches those around her get old while she herself remains unchanged. Higher forces are after her, and Rin must use every means at her disposal, or her next death may just be her last. And it all begins when she goes searching for a lost cat, but finds the amnesiac Koki Meino instead. Number 3. Renai Boku. When a strange girl named Guri comes knocking at Seiji Aino's door, he quickly finds himself thrust into a world of romantic troubles. Claiming that she will die if he doesn't kiss someone within 24 hours, Guri's pleas of desperation are misunderstood as pleas for love, leading Seiji to kiss the cute stranger that came barging into his house. In actuality, it turns out that this cosplaying Cupid is the wielder of a kiss note, in which any pairing of names she writes will kiss and become a couple. Guri explains that she misspelt and accidentally wrote Senji's name while indulging in her yaoi fantasies, but because she has yet to pair with anyone, their kiss was meaningless. Even worse, Guri reveals that if Seiji is not coupled with anyone soon, not only will she die, but Seiji will remain a virgin for eternity.
Kuroshitsuji. Young Seal Phantom Hive is known as the Queen's Guard Dog, taking care of many unsettling events that occur in Victorian England for Her Majesty. Aided by Sebastian Michaelis, his loyal butler with seemingly inhuman abilities, Seal uses whatever means necessary to get the job done. But is there more to this black-clad butler than meets the eye? In Seal's past lies a secret tragedy that enveloped him in perennial darkness during one of his bleakest moments. He formed a contract with Sebastian, a demon, bargaining his soul in exchange for vengeance upon those who wronged him. Today, not only is Sebastian one hell of a butler, but he is also the perfect servant to carry out his master's orders, all the while anticipating the delicious meal he will eventually make of Seal's soul. As the two work to unravel the mystery behind Seal's chain of misfortunes, a bond forms between them, and neither heaven nor hell can tear them apart.
future. Human error.
Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Did you guys enjoy this list? Or find any anime you're interested in? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos.